my name is Emma, and today I have an original tag for you guys. This tag is called the Totally Should've tag. This tag was 100% inspired by the Totally Didn't book tag, which was created by Chami over at Read Like Wildfire, so I'm going to link her Totally Didn't video below. Now basically that tag is all about kind of complaining about things that already happened to books, so I wanted to make the Totally Should've tag where we can basically lust over everything we didn't get from all of our favorite books. Question number 1 is Totally Should Have Gotten a Sequel. For this one, I am going with The Unbound by Victoria Schwab. I don't know what happened to the Archive series. On Goodreads, there is a book, and it's untitled, and it says Book 3 in the Archive series, but I haven't heard anything from it. I talked about the Archive like a million years ago, and I was like, oh yay, like Book 3, when is it coming out? And then somebody commented that like she decided to stop writing it. Excuse me, how do you stop writing a series in the middle of it? I loved the Archive so much, and I really want more from the series, but I can't because there's only 2 books, and this is not a satisfying ending. I need more. So Victoria Schwab, write a sequel to The Unbound and finish the Archive series. Question number 2 is Totally Should Have Had a Spin-off series. I think this one is pretty unanimous, and I'm going with Harry Potter. Why hasn't J.K. Rowling written another series about the Wizarding World? What the heck is she doing? I want a series about the Marauders' time at school, and I want a series about the founders of Hogwarts. Give me something about the Death Eaters. I don't care. I just want more from this world. It's been way too long, and there's so many possibilities for spin-off series in Harry Potter that I need another one. Question number 3 is an author who totally should write more books. For this one, I'm going with Stephenie Meyer, the author of the Twilight series. Now, I know that Stephenie Meyer has already written The Host, and I haven't read The Host yet. And clearly, she just rewrote all of Twilight, but I feel like she was just such an influential author that she needs to write more. In my personal opinion, I thought she did really well with the genre of urban fantasy, and I haven't read her sci-fi yet, but I'm just really interested to see what more she can offer. I just love Twilight so much, and it was one of my all-time favorite books, and I just have nothing else to indulge in because Stephenie Meyer hasn't written any more books. Question number 4 is a character who totally should have ended up with someone else. I'm going with the Infernal Devices series by Cassandra Clare. I really can't think of like one concrete OTP that I don't like, and I don't like the way it ended. But when I first read the Infernal Devices, I absolutely hated the ending because the person I wanted to end up with technically ended up with that person, but then they didn't end up with that person. It's kind of confusing had you not read the books. Basically, I thought Tessa had ended up with the person I wanted them to, and it was all happy ending. Then the epilogue comes, and she's technically with the other person now, and I was really upset by it. After rereading the series, I absolutely love both Jem and Will with Tessa, and I feel like it ended perfectly, but for so long, I hated these books because I didn't like the person that Tessa ended up with. But now I'm happy about it, but like she still should have ended up with that person in the first place. Question number 5 is Totally Should Have Ended Differently. For this one, I am going with In the Afterlife by Alexandra Bracken. Now, the Darkest Minds trilogy generally has like a happy ending. Basically, everything works out in the end, and I'm just trying to think of how I can describe this ending without spoiling it. The only thing that I can really say is like the characters get separated. Right? That was not spoilery, but it was super disappointing for me to see like all of them all happy together and then them end apart. I would change nothing about this book except for like the last little bit. I just want to think of these characters as together as a group for like the rest of their lives. I don't even want to think of them being separated temporarily, and that's why I think this book should have ended differently. Question number 6 is Totally Should Have Had a Movie Franchise. For this one, I'm going with the Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare. Now, clearly, it already has had a shot at a movie franchise, which failed very miserably. And now it has a TV show, which is great. But I really feel like the Mortal Instruments series would have been much more successful as a movie series and not a TV series. I don't think it's going to get the budget it deserves. I don't think it's going to get the hype it deserves. I want all of like the merch and like all the crazy midnight premieres that like Harry Potter and Twilight had, because I think the Mortal Instruments deserves that. But it's not going to get it with the TV show, and I really think it had the potential to be a great movie series. But now, of course, my dreams are crushed. Question number 7 is Totally Should Have Had a TV show. I'm going with Vampire Academy by Rochelle Mead. Now, Vampire Academy is another one that had a shot at a movie franchise and flopped miserably. I just feel like the way that Vampire Academy is written and how long it is, it would have done really well as a TV show. I think had everything been more spaced out and like there had been more time for growth rather than just having it confined to a 2-hour movie, it would have been really successful. There's just so much compiled into this 6-book series that I think even a movie franchise probably would not have done it justice, but I totally wish it had a TV series. Like, come on, if you can do it for the Mortal Instruments, you can do it for Vampire Academy. Question number 8 is Totally Should Have Had Only One Point of View. For this one, I am going with the Match Trilogy by Ali Condi. Now, I do not like matched whatsoever. You know, I can deal with two different perspectives. It happens, it's common in YA literature. But then we got to the 3 full perspectives, and I think that's just a little much. I think it's fine when you have multiple perspectives and it's in the third person and they're not like defined by chapters. Like the Mortal Instruments gets to that point and it's like written beautifully and I have absolutely no problems with it. But when you start dividing chapters by perspectives and there's these huge massive chunks of one perspective and not enough of the other, it gets confusing, you have no idea what's going on. All of them were boring. I absolutely did not like these different perspectives. I understand why in the third book we had 3 different ones, but I really think I would have preferred the series more had it just been one perspective. Question number 9 is totally should have a cover change. I'm gonna pick the Maze Runner series by James Dashner. Now when you're doing tags and you have a question that's like, what's the prettiest book on your shelf? You're never going to reach for the Maze Runner, let's be real. I just feel like they're super low quality, like you can't even really tell what this is until you're reading the book, so why would you want to pick up the book if you don't understand what's on the cover? I just feel like there was so much more in this series that could have been on the cover. Like after reading the Maze Runner, you understand that this is the maze, but you can't really tell that at first, and it's not nice quality. I don't know, I'm not a fan of the Maze Runner covers, and I think that they should have a cover change, definitely. Question number 10 is totally should have kept the original covers and not had a cover change. For this one, I'm going with The Diviners by Libba Bray. I haven't actually read The Diviners yet, but I really wish they hadn't changed that wonderful first cover. See, this is the first cover, had you not seen it before. And this is the new cover that I'm showing you now, and I'm not a fan. Like, it's not the worst cover in the entire world. Like, I really like the text on it, but I just prefer the first one even more. And then I saw on Instagram that there was another cover change for The Diviners, and it's like, what are you doing? The series isn't even done yet. I'm definitely very excited to read The Diviners, but the reason that I wanted to read it originally was for that first cover, and had I not seen that cover first, I might not be so motivated to pick up The Diviners. Of course, we're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but if you have a really great cover that's bringing in readers, why would you change it? And then finally, question number 11 is totally should have stopped after book 1. This series actually happened, guys. I totally wish Beautiful Creatures stopped after book 1, because then I wouldn't have had that embarrassing period of my life when I was obsessed with it. Why did you continue? Just why? Why? So that is it for the totally should have book tag. I'm tagging all of the BookLion girls. You guys all know their names by now. I'm going to tag Michael BookLion, Bryn from BrynnsBookshelf, Danielle from SimplyThoughtfulBooks. I'm going to tag Sarah from sarawithoutanh, Jenna from Jenna Claire K. I'm going to tag Jessie from jessethereader, Christine from PolandBananasBOOKS, Kat from Katytastic. Can I tag like 2 more people? I'm also going to tag Monica from shemightbemonica, and I'm going to tag Maureen from Maureen Keavy. So that's a ton of people that are tagged, and even if I didn't tag you, feel free to do this tag. Thank you guys so much for watching. That is it for this video, and I will see you soon for a new one. Bye!